offer, right? And you're gonna lean on someone with experience to help you. And unfortunately, it is a very competitive market right now. So you are going to want to, put your offer to look the most attractive. And then once it comes to, through attorney review, the reality comes out, the negotiation happens. But even if it goes through that, there's hard stops when it comes to the lender. So let's talk about specifically like an appraisal waiver. We won't accept.
Can I interrupt? Do you guys know what an appraisal is?
See the work of the house is?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I just want to make sure
right.
that everybody's on the same page because we keep throwing
Terms.
to us, these are like everyday terms, but
Yeah.
before coming into real estate, I didn't know what it was.
Right.
So, I just want to make sure everybody.
So I was gonna say the appraisal is basically the report where we look at the property for the first time as a lender, right? Because we haven't seen the property before. We'll see the report. We actually see pictures of the house. We see all the data available for that property because the appraiser has to obtain information from the town. So they have to find out how it's legally designated, the zoning. They'll get so much information that it's incredible. When you go through the process and you get your appraisal, actually go through it. You'll learn things about your home, like what kind of roof it has, what kind of style it is, how many. In some cases, they'll tell you exactly how it's heated, all the mechanicals. It is very, very intensive, and it has all the information that we want on that property. Then we want to compare it to other houses in the market similar to that, and that's how the value that's how they come up with a value. Now, the hard stop for us as a lender is that we won't accept an appraisal waiver. So even if you waived your appraisal, you have to get an appraisal because we, the lender, don't know the house. We're not going to just go off the market and say, okay, we'll lend you hundreds of thousands of dollars unless we've collected so much information about the area and the houses that you get a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac, those are the big houses that buy all the mortgages. There's only 3. So FHA insures mortgages, but Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac buy all the mortgages. If Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac waive the appraisal, then you don't have to get an appraisal. But that gives you the security that that house is worth what they say because they've already collected so much data. And think about it, if you only have 2 places that buy all the mortgages, they have all the data. So, they've already collected it. So that's the only time that would be your hard stop, is that if I say, and actually Russ and I went through this process already where he had an appraisal waiver, he didn't have to get the appraisal, so good news.
But that was mainly because of the down payment, right?
Well, it could be because of the down payment, but sometimes it's single families typically qualify for an appraisal waiver through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and it has to do with the down payment. Sometimes it doesn't. If they've collected so much information, my conversation to you would be, congratulations, you don't need to pay for an appraisal if you don't want one, right? Because the system is telling you that the value is
It was
there.
also the house that you're talking about was worth more than the selling.
Right, so it's very specific, right? But it happens. That's the point. The point is that would be the hard stop, is that if